You're watching E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to do our march to Avengers Age of Ultron. Yes, so starting today and going forward, every Tuesday I'm going to be posting a video regarding Avengers Age of Ultron. And we're going to start the series off with character profiles in terms of talking about character origins, and then doing a second video on that character discussing their powers. So this one, we're going to start with the Vision, being played by Paul Bettany in the movie, who also played Jarvis. This is a character I'm really excited about. I can't wait to see him unfold on screen. I really think he's a unique character, and there's a lot of good elements about him, and that's why I want to start with him. We're going to talk about his origins. So the Vision originally debuted in 1940, which was known as the Golden Age of comics, and he was part of a Marvel line, but it wasn't Marvel at the time. It was called Timely Comic, and that's where he made his debut. And then decades later, Stan Lee had expressed his interest in bringing another member on board to the Avengers team. And at the time, writer Roy Thomas wanted to bring back the Golden Age Vision, the Vision from the 1940 comic book. But Stan Lee expressed his interest in bringing sort of an android character into the fold, because in that comic book, the Vision wasn't an android. After much debating back and forth, they finally came to a compromise and agreed to make the Vision an android. This led into the storyline that we may see unfold in the movie. Now, we all know that Hank Pym created Ultron, and we know that in the movies that's not going to take place that way. We know that in the movies it's going to be Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, that's involved with the creation of Ultron. So in the comic, Hank Pym creates Ultron, Ultron creates the Vision to go after Hank Pym and the Wasp, as well as the Avengers, and he sets a trap. He goes and sends a Vision to set a trap for the Avengers. The Wasp is the first to encounter Vision, and that's exactly what she calls him. That is what births his name. She looks at him and she says, what a vision. He takes the name on, and then the Avengers manage to convince the Vision to turn on Ultron, in which case he does. Now, much later, Ultron regains control of the Vision after he's with the team for a little bit and rebuilds him in adamantium armor. And he has a big struggle with the Avengers before he finally regains control of himself. Now, Ultron developed the Vision purposely to develop, or nurture I should say, a relationship with the Scarlet Witch, who came on board in 1970. Now, the reason for this was because a character named Immortus felt that the Scarlet Witch, if she had kids, could threaten the Marvel Universe. And not the Marvel Universe, you know, like literally, but just the universe in and of itself. Now, this is where it gets interesting in terms of the movie, because we see that the Scarlet Witch is in the movie, Vision's making his debut, and they're kind of following this. It seems like they're going to go this route with this comic storyline. And, you know, the Vision and Scarlet Witch do eventually get married. Using her hex powers, they are able to have children. So this is probably the most compelling origin of the Vision, especially in terms of when you think about what the movie's bringing in. Now, he does have a second origin, like called like Vision / Jonas was the name, and his operating system basically fuses together with an adventurer named Iron Lad. And while that's probably a pretty good story in and of itself, I think the most compelling one is the one that debuted in the Avengers going forward, all those so many years, and with, you know, Ultron and things like that. And it's such an interesting story now when you think about it, when you think about that origin and how he came into the fold, and now how he's coming into the fold in the movie. So, will we be seeing a relationship between Scarlet Witch and the Vision? I would think we'd have to, simply because it seemed to play such an important role in the comic books. I mean, it'd be hard not to see something that we may not see it in the outset. But one thing I gotta say too is that another thing I took away from this origin story is that Ultron seems to be around for a while, and I don't think at the end of this movie we'll see the last of him. But again, we don't know. We have no idea how things are going to unfold. They take so long to unfold in the comics when you consider that a certain issue is only released once a month, so over the span of 2 years, it seems like a long storyline, but when you take page by page and you put it into movie format, the whole story, the whole origin of the Vision could be the center point of this movie along with Ultron, and everything can unfold all in one shot, but we don't know. We have no idea. I can't say that I see the movie ending in a Scarlet Witch Vision marriage, but who knows. But the Vision, a very, very nice origin, especially considering that when you think about him, he didn't start off as a synthetic or an android. He started off as a character in 1940 during what's called the Golden Age of Comics, as we all know, with Timely Comics, which was a predecessor of Marvel, and then was rehashed in 1968 to debut in the Avengers and then have a pretty significant storyline. So that is the Vision, more or less in a nutshell. There is much more about the Vision going all the way up until 2013. He remained with the Avengers, was a part of the West Coast Avengers. He's been a focal point of that team for a very long time, so it's nice to see that he's going to make his debut in the Avengers next year. I'm looking very forward to it, and more than anything, looking very forward to Paul Bettany playing that character. It's amazing how he brought Jarvis to life, and you never got to see Jarvis. Now he's going to bring the Vision to life, and we're going to get to see the Vision. Very excited. So what are your thoughts on the Vision? Are you excited about him? Are you not? Are you a Vision fan? There's not many of them out there as far as I know. I'm a Vision fan, but I gotta say, he's probably the one character I'm the most excited to see in this movie, so I can't wait. This is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. Don't forget to subscribe and join the Nation Facebook page.